Alright guys, we're here. It is the 28th of December 2021. So we've got, including today, 4 days until the end of the year. So we're going to try and get some stuff done. We've got the Falcon, like the Fairmont, the white one. Sedan, it's running. The Ute sold. The Fairmont sedan is running. Fixed it, re-registered. Now something funny's happened to it. It's pretty crazy. You're going to have to watch the episode. It's going to come out probably after this one. So we're just going to find out the results of what's happening with it all. But the Fairmont's on hold. So we've got some other things to go at the moment. We've got the door cards for the R31 we haven't finished. The motorbike needs to get finished. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to, one of the plans is we're going to try and stay on more to one thing at once and try and just finish off things instead of starting new projects. So this new year, we're going to try and be sitting sideways full blast doing heaps of stuff. So we're going to get stuck into it today. We're going to try and finish off the door cards and get going on the R31 and see what we can do on it. Alright, so we've got this door card here. I've drilled out most of the holes, like where they need to be. So there needs to be a bigger one. So this tab can slide through it. And then you slide it over to the smaller hole. So I'm just going to try and drill all those out, put them in place. And then we can put the leopard print fabric on it. I've smashed all the holes through. I've kind of butchered it a bit. Just going to center it. The first one we took our time on, but see how they go. We can sort of clean it up a bit. So I've taken it outside. Got the file. And I've quickly just filed off all the shit hanging over the edges. See if we can get our little clips in now. Because you need them in before you put the fabric on. Because the fabric goes over them. Alright, so all the clips are in. I'm missing one, so I tried to pick which one matters the least. So it shows one down the bottom between two other ones. So they're in. We just got to put on some fabric now. I gotta go find, it's been maybe a month since I worked on these, so I gotta find the fabric. Alright, so because this fabric's been sitting there scrunched up for ages, I'm actually gonna iron it. Got the iron out. Very manly. Sitting sideways household chores. Sitting sideways ironing. Next thing we'll be making you fucking cook 5-star cooked dinner for ya. Alright, so that's laid on the ground. The print side we want displayed is touching the carpet. So this is the back of the print. That's where it clips on. And this is where we want the fabric stuck on. So we spray the glue on the back of the print, on the face of the door card that's going to be displayed. And when we put this on, down there, the side that's touching the carpet, which is the side we want to be face out, will be shown plastered on this, glued to it. And then that's going to clip on the car. So I've worked out this is the best way to do it, by laying the fabric on the ground, spraying the glue and putting the wood on and pressing it down. You get the least amount of wrinkles. It's the best way I've found to do this anyway. Sprayed up the timber. Now just drop it on there. So because the edges are kind of sticky, you can take advantage and kind of fold them over. But we're going to spray heaps more glue and get the razor, and you cut them on the point. So that's straight. So you'd cut it right on the where it starts to curve. That's an individual piece. Then the curves you got to do, start slitting them and, you know, make it all bend over. So we still need to glue all the edges down, but that's how this one's sitting now. Alright, so we've got this other sheet that's been cut. Still needs finished off and needs the holes marked up and drilled. But we're marking up the holes from that one over there, so it is somewhat a bit dodgy because someone's cut that. It's not a stock one, so their holes are already going to be off slightly, and then we're going off them, so they're going to be slightly more off. Alright, so I've just laid the old one on top of the new one to drill the holes, and following the holes and just putting a drill through it. Now I can't actually pull off the fabric on the old one because the fabric's what's actually holding half the door card together. So we're going to try and get the holes lined up for the start and see what we can do with the bottom ones. Might have to kind of like measure those off the car or kind of fluke it. So yeah, just drilling through those holes into those. Alright, so I've just sent the holes through, pretty random. I'm gonna go check if it actually fits before we stick the fabric on it, because otherwise might have a bit of problems. Alright, so it's a bit later in the day. I've got all the ones that I've like basically put the door card on the door. The ones that line up I've glued in place, and then yeah, there's some other ones we've had a bit of trouble with. Alright, so I've sprayed the back of the R31. Where the boot shutting, the spoiler on it is rubbing on the body of the car, and it's rubbed through the paint. So it started rusting a bit on the patch, so I sanded it back, etch primed it. Now we're going to spray probably the Falcon rattle can on it, because I don't have any colour match paint left for that car. The tins got rusty in all the paint, and the pearlescent coat got fucked from the tins getting rusted. So yeah, we don't have any more paint for it. The Falcon paint's gonna have to do. You can't see it anyway, the spoiler's covering it, so it's better than rust patches appearing in the car in a few months' time. Alright, so we're trying to drill the holes and line up where this top bit goes. So on the back, the holes, we got one that lines up, and then I'm just trying to work out where a good place is to put the other hole. Alright, so I've measured this up. We've cut the speaker hole. It's a little bit big on the top. Oh well, you can't win everything. The hole's not fully straight, doesn't matter. The winder still winds. Yeah, this is the one we just custom made. Like, it all goes in the door, functions fully, looks good. You can't even tell. Especially now we're gonna put this. We've put this on it, so it's the last one finished. So yeah, we're just gonna fold over the corners. We're pretty much done. I don't know how the fuck I did it. but I somehow retrimmed the fucking door backwards on the fucking Skyline. I got two of the same fucking doors. I don't know how the fuck I done this. I don't know. Probably because I've taken too long to fucking do it. They're stuffed up, but I'm like, it's just fucked. I've got two of the same now. These two are somehow identical, even though I've traced them off different things. I've somehow trimmed one of them back to front. So, I don't know what to even do now. I'm gonna rip off the fabric off one of them, and I run out of glue. So, oh my god. Alright, so we're gonna use the good one that I did first. That's actually got the wrinkles in it. Gonna use this one, this timber. I'm gonna rip off the fabric, but because it's cut out to that specific one, I'm gonna have to get new fabric, and I just run out of the spray, so we're gonna get new spray as well. It's pretty annoying, but we can put the back two on and the front passenger one. So it's the next day. We have some Sydney Sidewayz banners cut out. A couple of them. We got the clear contact. And yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can lay this clear in here without fucking it up. So we fucked up the start, but the rest of it is pretty good, eh? Fuck, it looks sick on camera, dude. But you have no idea how good this looks. Now putting one on the Skyline.